You would each be given a question that you respond or answer. We will start with the 80th Assembly District, but before we start, there's a few words from our president of the Hildalgo Society, unas palabras de nuestra presidenta, 2008 de San Hidalgo, la señora Marta Íñiguez. Our Hildalgo Society 2009 president will say a couple of words. La señora Íñiguez.
Welcome everyone to the Canidates Forum for the IRB Directors and the 80th State Assembly. The Hildalgo Society does not endorse candidates, but we do encourage our 100+ members to go out and vote. Please stand and join us for the Pledge of Allegiance by Mr. Eric Reyes Jr.
Ready? Begin.
Thank you, Edward. If we could have Mr. Manuel Perez and Mr. Gonzales here in the front of the stage. Once again, each of the candidates is given a form, and before we start, unfortunately, Dr. Guiterraz was unable to be here tonight, but he sent a letter, and I told him I was going to read it. If I may, I would like to take a couple of minutes and read the statement that he sent. I, Dr. Richard Guiterraz, apologize for not being able to meet with you this evening. I am in Sacramento and for going ahead with legislative relationships and support. I am in the Pearl Valley, native born in Raleigh, raised in Simi, and currently a resident in Calexico. I am in El Centro of Riverside, orthodontist. The problem facing the resident in the Assembly District area have motivated me to seek public office. I believe in and will work for, and he has done for concerns. Number one, no budget cuts in public education. Number two, improve California business environment, leading in a better economy and more jobs. Number three, in affordable health care. And number four, in sovereignty restoration. I am committed in moving forward with policies to make our community the best place to live, work, and raise family. Vote Dr. Richard Guiterraz for a better community and a better California. Thank you y muchas gracias. Respectfully, Dr. Richard Guiterraz, have this letter if anybody wishes to read. Okay, this forum tonight is being put on by Hildalgo Society, Project Viva. As a volunteer of Project Viva, I voted for Hildalgo Association. I'll be the moderator of Project Viva, and as well as Hildalgo Society. Mr. Max Reyes, who's going to be tonight, just got out from work and he's running a little bit behind. So I'll have Mrs. There he is, in the back. It's poco vergonzoso. But I am also a member of the Hildalgo Society, so I'll take that responsibility if it's okay with Mr. Reyes. On my left, I have our president, Marta Íñiguez, 2008, my Nina, Queen, former Queen, a couple of years ago, I won't say the date, and our treasurer, Mr. Íñiguez, of the Hildalgo Society. Okay, here we go, gentlemen. You have in front of you your questions, and we'll start on my right, your left, is Mr. Manuel Perez. Thank you, Mayor. Before I apologize. Before we'll start, we'll have a 3 minutes introduction of each candidate, and we'll start on your left, my right, with Mr. Manuel Perez. And time begins now.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Manuel Perez, and I'm a candidate for State Assembly, running for the Democratic Party in the 8th Assembly District. It's certainly an honor and a pleasure for me to be here, and I thank you for this opportunity. I'm a former public school teacher, a former researcher, and a former organizer. As a matter of fact, it was through organizing in which I learned how to connect the grassroots to the treetops. It is when I worked in organizing when I actually had the opportunity to work with different senators, such as Senator Gil Cedillo, or Senator Gloria Romero, or Senator Richard Aragón in the state capitol, and trying to craft policy that was reflective of our needs in underserved communities. I'm also a school board member for the Coachella Valley Unified School District, elected in 2004 by a margin of 3-1. And as well, I'm currently the Director of Community Health and Advocacy for a set of healthcare centers. I am married to my high school sweetheart for 11 years, and we have 2 sons that we raised in the city of Coachella, where they attend the same public schools in which we attended. I am the proud son of immigrant farm workers. My parents came from Mexico, and they actually met while picking the crop. My mother was raised in Calexico. My grandmother was born here in Brawley in 1933. But my aunts, uncles, my mother were raised in the city of Calexico, while my father and his type of family, my aunts and uncles, were raised in the city of Coachella. And so I'm proud to say that I have strong historical ties and roots throughout the entire 8th Assembly District, both in Riverside County as well as Imperial County. My parents taught me that education was a tool out of poverty. They taught me that service and sacrifice were virtues and values, and that one day that would all pay off. I was fortunate to graduate from the University of California, Riverside in political science and ethnic studies with a major with an emphasis in Native American studies as well as in Chicano studies. And I also went on to Harvard University, where I received my master's education as well as in social policy. I am running with a deep sense of responsibility and obligation to give back to our communities.
1 minute.
It is a deep sense of responsibility and obligation to give back that for me this day holds true, and I try to instill that in my students and those that I come across. I believe that we have been unfairly represented in the 8th Assembly District. This to me is very personal. I was not born with a silver spoon, and I understand poverty. And I understand the heartaches and sacrifices that we need to make growing up in communities that are underserved. There are many issues that we need to tackle throughout the 8th Assembly District. Education, not incarceration. Universal health care for all. We need to defossilize and renew ourselves. I believe that economic development is human development. I also believe that public safety is our responsibility as well. That's it. Thank you very much.
I want to sound that cold-blooded. Got to stick by it. So 3 minutes, not all be cold-blooded. Now we have Mr. Rick Gonzales. You got 3 minutes also, Mr. Gonzales, and we'll start now.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
I just want to take a moment to thank everybody for being here. It's so good to be here in the Imperial Valley, especially important and good for me to be here in my hometown of Raleigh, California, and see so many friends and relatives in the audience. I'm Rick Gonzales. I'm running for the California State Assembly, and I'm going to tell you in the next couple of minutes why I'm running and a little bit about myself. First and foremost, I'm running because we need stronger representation at the State Assembly level. I'm running specifically because we have challenges, particularly those in the Imperial County, as well as the eastern Coachella Valley and the entire Coachella Valley, to include the Palo Valley, that need to be addressed. Challenges related to jobs, challenges related to education, healthcare. Specifically, I'm running because I want to protect our water rights in the Imperial